If you're on your way to Corsica or you're thinking about going to Corsica, you need to watch this video before you go, because there are some things that I'm going to share with you that is not only going to unlock travel opportunities for you, but there are three very important things you need to know before going to Corsica. Now, Corsica is a great island. Corsica isn't just a breathtaking island, it is literally the island of beauty, and you can see why it's called the island of beauty for a reason. Now, before a lot of people travel, a lot of people do not consider so many things before embarking on any travel trips. Corsica is just filled with adventure. It's a place filled with turquoise waters and just like a whole bunch of mountains that are just so refreshing. There's such real magic. I was just quite amazed by how beautiful everything looked. Every place I went to just looked so serene, so welcoming, and just absolutely charming. But I think what really got me to prepare for this journey was to be able to do certain things and prepare before coming to Corsica, because Corsica isn't just a vacation spot. To be honest, it's not just a vacation spot. I think it's an energetic portal. Now hear me out, because most people just see traveling just as an escape. There are certain things that you might miss out on if you do not prepare before going to a place like Corsica, because Corsica is just full of magic. It's just so, there's something very, very energetic about it. Sure, it is not a Las Vegas or London type of vacation where everything is all buzzing and hustling, but it's a place that really amplifies, the energy that you bring to it. So before you go to a place like that, you need to have certain travel abundance hacks in your pockets to be able to fully enjoy the experience that Corsica will deliver for you, because Corsica is a place that is not just about the beach or the food or the culture, although all these things are great, but Corsica has a history of resilience and abundance to it. So before I went to Corsica, one of the things I did in order to be fully prepared for my trip and for my journey was to practice a few simple things that I now call the travel abundance hack. So I think in being able to practice these travel abundance hacks in advance, I was able to get a few opportunities here and there in terms of like upgrade, chance connections, and experiences I couldn't have planned even if I had tried. So when you're going on a trip or traveling to a place like Corsica, you need to be able to set your intentions right. Even before you plan your whole itinerary, you need to ask yourself that you want to feel on this trip. In my case, I wanted to feel abundance, I wanted to feel freedom, I wanted to feel joy. So I wrote these things down in advance of even where I wanted to go and the place I wanted to see. I wanted to go to Corsica to experience natural beauty. It shouldn't just be about going to, a lovely place, a place infused with history and culture and adventure, only to go and take pictures and just fly yourself back out to wherever. And this doesn't just apply to only, going to Corsica. It even also applies to anywhere that you're going for a vacation. Don't just plan your itinerary without planning ahead of how you want to feel, what experience you want to gain from going to that location. Do you want to meet certain type of people? Do you want to have certain types of chance connections? Set your intentions before you go on your trip. So this is, I would say, the number one of my travel abundance hack. Number two, journal every morning you're there. I was journaling every morning because I was just really into the moment and really just enjoying my time, and I really didn't think about recording. I would journal every morning whilst I was there. Just a matter of 5 minutes, right? All I had to do was just take 5 minutes of my morning, journal how I was feeling, journal how I wanted my day to go, journal how the previous day had been, what I had learned from it. So just take some 5 minutes to write things that you're grateful for. I remember writing, I'm so grateful to be in Corsica. I'm so grateful the weather is great. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to travel to Corsica. I'm so grateful for the clear blue skies. I'm so grateful for the turquoise waters. These are some of the things I would journal in the morning, writing down the things that I was grateful for. So to really enjoy your experience when you go to Corsica is just take 5 minutes every morning and just write down the things that you're grateful for. And trust me, it would really elevate your whole travel. It would really put your whole vacation into perspective and just bring a different level of energy to the vacation. Corsica loves adventure. It's a place that literally amplifies your energy. There's so much culture. Even the landscapes reward people who go off the beaten path what you need to do is accept that invitation to try something new. Take any unexpected detours. Just remember that magic literally lives in the unexpected. Don't be so rigid in following your travel itinerary, right? Be open to other things that are happening that day. If you go somewhere that, you see like fireworks happening, just enjoy it. Because I remember one of the days that I went out for dinner, it was more like dinner with a show, because I looked up to my right and there was just a wonderful display of fireworks, and I was just like enjoying fireworks display. So say yes to things that are happening, right? If you get offered an opportunity by a local to go see somewhere, obviously listen to your intuition, be intuitive about the situation and the circumstance, but say yes to things that are happening around you. And yeah, explore parts of the island. It's a beautiful island from the north to the south. There's just so much to see, and I can tell you that I think it's a place that literally just amplifies your energy. So go there with a very positive energy. Don't go there stressed, but chances are it'll calm you down. But go there a bit prepared. Go there thinking about what you want to feel from Corsica. And to be honest, it definitely is called the island of beauty for a reason, because going from the north to the south of the island, you see so many beautiful things. The mountains, the beaches, everything looks amazing. Like, I was literally taken aback by the waters. The waters were so amazing. Enjoy yourself when you go. Get playful, but just think about these travel abundance hacks well before you go. I was especially attracted to the mix of mountains and the sea. Just like the raw natural energy just created a vibe that was just unmatched. Here's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. The abundance you experience in any location that you travel to tend to follow you back home. So that is why it's really important to prepare before you go, because the energy, the abundance energy follows you back home. So go there and experience the culture and bring back a wealth of abundance with you. The energy of the place, the vibe of, especially in a place like Corsica. Look at how gorgeous it looks, right? That abundance follows you back home, and I think it did for me as well. And for me, living in London, I don't take it lightly going to a place like Corsica, because it's just so refreshing. It's so different from the hustle and bustle that I often encounter when I'm in London. So I think when you travel with the right intentions, the opportunities find you. Whatever it is that you need on that vacation, those opportunities will find you. The good experiences will find you. The memories will come. The things that you need would come. And one thing I really like about Corsica is I feel like Corsica is such a blueprint to how you attract abundance in your life every day, right? It's filled with so much history, so much culture. The food is great. Like, it's amazing because it's very natural, and as you're going by, you see all the animals, feeding, grazing. The food that I enjoyed was just more natural. It just felt more healthier. When you practice some of these simple things before you travel, it really opens up a different travel or vacation experience for you. And a lot of people have never really thought about these things well in advance of traveling. They haven't really put any sort of intentions to where they're going, what they want to gain from it, and especially not being closed off to the culture and the people and the food, but opening up to what would come, right? And that's the purpose of traveling. Traveling is one of the wealthiest things you can do for yourself. But aside that, most important things that you need to know before traveling to Corsica is that you cannot get around Corsica without a car. There is public transportation, but they run very, very scarce. You can't rely on the public transport. You need to rent a car. I thought I had rented a car, only to find out getting to the airport I actually hadn't. I just ordered an Uber just to get to the hotel and then figure out the whole transportation again, get something going for me in terms of renting a vehicle to get around. Luckily, I had a chance connection with someone not long after I arrived at the hotel, and yeah, they offered to take me around. So I would say you definitely need to rent a car, or you need to find you a local guide. I didn't really plan the local guide. Probably my preparation towards the trip is what really brought that situation to me, right? And I think that was even better for me because, again, I don't like driving. So not having to drive across Corsica was really great for me. I got driven around, showing me all of Corsica from the north part of it all through to the south. One of my favorite places was Bonifacio, which is in the southern part of Corsica. And from Bonifacio, you could see, you can see Sardinia. Well, Sardinia is an island close to Corsica and actually belongs to Italy. Corsica, however, is a French island, and Sardinia is an Italian island. So that's a whole different conundrum. And there's actually a whole Corsican language, which blew my mind. I was like, is this Italian? Is this French? No, yeah, there's a Corsican language that I had never known before. You would think that if you understood French, you would sort of understand it, but not really. I think it's more closer to French. Maybe if you do speak Italian, you probably understand Corsican. I never knew about this until I got to Corsica. There's a whole Corsican language. There are people that speak French there. There are people that speak Italian, and obviously there are people that speak Corsican there. But for some reason, the culture still feels very, very Italian there. And that's one of the most important things you need to know. And get yourself a universal plug. You need a universal plug. The sockets in France and Italy are different. So anytime you're traveling to Corsica, get yourself a universal plug. It will come in handy for any travel trip. It is going to be quite helpful. The Wi-Fi situation in Corsica is quite dynamic. It's not reliant, it's not strong. Do not go to Corsica with the intention of actually working. It's not going to work because the Wi-Fi is not too strong. The place is literally an island. The Wi-Fi does not work in Corsica, not properly. Do not go there with the intention of, being reliant on Wi-Fi. If anything, it is a place to completely disconnect. So just consider that if you're going to Corsica. Wi-Fi was slow, practically non-existent, I would say. Enjoy the trip if you do go to Corsica, but do not limit yourself because there's going to be a lot of walking. Unfortunately, it's quite mountainous. There's going to be a lot of walking. I think at one point I probably walked from one lighthouse to the next. But when you're walking and when you're hiking, do not give up and say, oh, this is so tiring. Just take a couple steps and you would be amazed by another beautiful scenery. Keep going, take a few more steps and just wow yourself with the beauty and the lovely things that you encounter on every step. Do not give up, just keep going. If you're hiking in the mountain, you're walking along the beach, there's just something always that is simply breathtaking. So enjoy your trip if you do go to Corsica, and I hope this video has been helpful. And if you want to know how I manifested luxury and my abundance experience, head over to my video, my abundant experience in Corsica and how I manifested luxury.